Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 1st to the 15th, 2021 reading for you. Now, this reading is going to focus on increasing our intuitive abilities. If the reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Pisces. September 1st to the 15th, 2021 Pisces, increasing our intuitive abilities. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. This one right here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. At the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Emperor, Aries energy. If we're born on the cusp with Aries, or we have Aries within our chart, that's going to be coming through very profoundly at our root. And we have the Fool. So it is through claiming our power that we're able to go on the adventure, to embrace our foolishness, but also our endless possibility, our endless potential. It moves us to our inner self. We have the Five of Water, and we have the Ace of Earth. This is a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe. Our hearts, we have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Fool. Again, I love that they are aligned right here. That's beautiful. We then have the Ten of Wands, a burden that we've been carrying for way too long. The Six of Pentacles, balancing needs to be done. The Three of Wands, a new horizon. And the King of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty, and abundance. So there's a lot going on within us in the public arena. There's so much that we want to bring to the table. There's so much that we have to offer, but there's also so much that we have to see within ourselves to not feel like an imposter, or to not feel like I have to get everything right and perfect before I can embrace what I need, what I desire, and, step into the powerful purpose of who I am. It moves us to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels, the King of Pentacles. We need to be mindful of becoming too obsessed with the material. So this can mean, instant gratifications through dopamine hits, through shopping, through acquiring, through conquest, things like this in the material world. We have to just be very, very mindful of them. It then leads us also to being, excuse me, very mindful of people who boil everything down to how much money do you have? What is your job title? How successful are you? Do you live in the right neighborhood? Do you drive the right car? Type of thing. We're going to be very drawn to these type of people because we're going to think, I need to show them that I've made it. With these type of people, do you even want them in your sphere of being if they can't see the power and the beauty and the essence of you to begin with? Like, when things are hard, they walk away. And it's only when things are good would they be there. It's like, be just very mindful of this type of energy. Because there's going to be this need here to impress. And it's like, wait a minute. There's nothing impressive about them. It moves us to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Divine wisdom. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. The divine wisdom rains down on us. It is a time that it opens up new wisdom, new insights, new ideas to us. It opens up a way forward that we never had seen before, we might never even have thought of. And divine wisdom guides us. And we need to embrace that guidance because we are claiming our power, our intuition, our, determination forward. We're claiming that this is what I want and this is what I need and this is who I am and there is nothing and no one who will stop me. And so as we embrace the Emperor, we embrace ourselves. And as we embrace ourselves and we claim the power of our voice, we claim the tenacity of our spirit, we claim, the worth of ourself, leaving behind imposter syndrome, or at least confronting it and saying, what the heck? Why is it that my brain is playing games on me, always making me feel like I'm not good enough, I'm not what I should be? And then it brings us to this place of the Fool. It brings us to this place of, I'm going for it. I'm going to embrace what I need to embrace. And it doesn't matter if people see me as foolish. It doesn't matter if people don't understand where I'm coming from. It matters that I am heading on this adventure. It matters that I am moving forward. Because remember, as Spirit always says, every single hero's journey starts with a fool. Starts with a person who believes that they could do the impossible. Starts with a person who believes that they can start the company that, will make them millions. Starts with a person who goes against the grain and says, no, but this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm embracing. This is my art. This is my passion. This is my desire. This is how I'm, living my life and moving me forward. So everybody is a fool when they take those risks, when they're not following the tried and true path. But when they succeed, they're heroes. And that leads us to the Ace of Earth, the Ace of Pentacles. Prosperity that overflows, bounty, abundance, success, a sense of, this is why I'm here. We're here to collect and to acquire the gifts from divinity that connect us with our earth, that connect us with our passion, that connect us with what we desire, that connect us with who we are. It opens up the door in a very, very real way. It opens us to the place that we need to be, soul, body, and spirit. And as we do so, we look at the Five of Water. We change our mind and change our lives. When I first saw this card, it made me cry because it's so sad. You have the polar bears up here, happy family, kind of living their lives, doing their thing. And you have the whole polar bear starving and the baby underwater and the garbage floating in there. And it can break our hearts. Like, we can look at this and say, oh my gosh, this is only sorrow. And this will only be sorrow. Or we can start to look at things differently and see that actually polar bears and grizzly bears are mating together because they have enough DNA match to be able to do that. Because polar bears actually started off as grizzly bears that wandered out into the tundra and got stuck there, however, zillions of years ago, and became polar bears. And now the polar bear is evolving. And the polar bear is surviving, maybe not as the polar bear, but as a hybrid, as a way of adaptation. And so here we're going to see that we need to look at things differently. We need to change our minds to change our lives. And it's not saying that, global warming is okay or anything like that, but it is saying that there are different ways to look at things. And there is a progression in evolution that has always been and that will always be. And it brings us then to the Three of Pentacles. It brings us to this place of evolution of heart and soul. It's like, okay, I can look at all the heartbreak, all the pain, all the disappointment in my life. I can look at everything that just brings me to my knees. Or I can say there's still beauty here. There's still power within me. There's still, that Two of Cups standing behind that unity, that love, that connection. And I'm taking it. I'm taking it and I'm moving forward to collaborate with spirit, with the triple aspect of myself, the maiden, the mother, the crone, the child, the adult, the wisdom, the boy, the adolescent, and the man. There we go. And this is going to be a time where we see ourselves embracing this triple aspect of ourselves. We aren't just one thing. And we will never be just one thing. We are the conglomeration of who we were, who we are, and who we will be. And as we honor that within us, we honor the divine triple aspect, we honor the universal triple aspect, we honor this sense that we move forward. And that brings us to this place of claiming power, of never taking too much power for ourselves, saying, I did this all by myself without any help, and never saying to anybody else, you did all of this for me, I'm not taking any of the credit myself. It moves us to the Fool. And that brings us to our hearts, to a place of, I'm moving forward, whether you like it or not. I'm moving forward to a place that my heart needs to be, because again, every single hero starts off as a fool. And you might not understand where I'm headed, and you might not understand why I'm taking this path or walking this route, but I do. And as I embrace this, as I embrace me, I move forward. I move forward to possibilities and abilities and connections that I never thought I could have, because I'm opening up the doors. And I'm saying, this is me, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is how I move forward within my life. And there is nothing and no one who gets to hold us back. It brings us to this place where in the public arena, we're holding on to too much. And that's going to be a really big thing for us during this time, to embrace our intuitive power, Pisces, to be able to say, I release. I release what's weighing me down. I release what is completely overwhelming me. I release what I cannot carry at all. This snail cannot carry all of this. It's just impossible. We cannot carry everything that we put on our shoulders, everything that we say, this is my burden to bear, this is what I have to do. And so as we release, we become. We become in tune with what we can do and what we can't. What we've been carrying for other people and what we've been carrying for ourselves. We release what is no longer welcome in our lives. But we have come to the conclusion of what we have seen and how we are evolving. And it brings us to the Six of Pentacles. It brings us to the place where we say, it needs to be balanced. Because it needs to be balanced. The Six of Pentacles is, we have all the pentacles over here and we have one like sharing over there. And it's like, okay, we need to balance this all out. We need to understand the give and the take, the harmony, the connection, the becoming. And as we balance it all out, what we're giving and what we're taking, what other people are giving to us, what other people are taking from us, we start to see the prosperity in it. We start to see the energy drained. We start to see the energy built. We start to see the connection with our hearts, our souls, ourselves, what we desire, what we want, where we need to be within our lives. And it brings us to the Three of Wands. It brings us to this place of, as we look at balance, as we look at things that need to be balanced out within our lives, as we look at things discerningly in the public arena, it brings us to the place of the Three of Wands. New opportunities, new passions, new insights, new brilliance. It brings us to this place of, there are new horizons. And I get to conquer them. I get to be a part of them. I get to move forward in this way, and I get to be free, and I get to laugh, and I get to enjoy, and I get to connect intuitively to my world and see where the wind takes me. It doesn't mean that we, live like a nomad if we don't want to. What it means is that we start to say there's more to this world than meets the eye. There's so much more that we are seeing, that we are understanding, that we are bringing forward than we could ever have imagined. And it brings us to new and endless possibilities. And it brings us to the King of Pentacles. Prosperity, success, abundance. It brings us to this place where it is not a negative to be the King of Pentacles, to embrace our wealth and our prosperity. What it is to make that our only goal. Now we see what we have planted, what we have nourished, and why we have nourished it. What we desire, what we want, and where we want to be. How we are opening up the door. And as we open up the door to ourselves, as we say, this is what I want for my life, this is what I need for my life, this is who I am, we see our power. We see our calling forward of wealth. We see the limitations put on us by ourselves, by negativity, by others, start to fall away. And as we embrace our intuitive power, as we become more and more in line with who we are and what we want and what we need, and our connection that we have with others, whether it be deep or whether it be meaningless, we start to see what's important and what isn't. And that changes the whole entire game. That changes everything for us, Pisces. And it leads us to our subconscious chakra message, which is communication, the third chakra. Communicating with others, yes, but it's also communicating with ourselves. What do I want? Where do I want to be? What's important for me? What isn't important for me? What do I desire for my life? What don't I desire for my life? What does everybody want from me? What do I want for myself? But we're also being able to connect with spirit. We're being able to communicate and say, please help me. This is connecting with my intuitive abilities. This is also leading me to connect with the intuitive abilities to rise me up, to move me forward, to embrace my success. We're also going to be connecting with people on a much higher level than they're used to. We're going to be picking up on more than just what they're saying. We're going to be picking up on their auras, their body language, their energy vibration that they're bringing forward. And that's going to be really important for us during this time to understand that we're taking a lot more from these conversations and we're kind of bringing a lot more than other people are. So know that it's going to be a little bit of your superpower during this time to communicate. It leads us, but the one hard communication we're going to have is going to be with ourselves. So do be mindful of that. It leads us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And this is Aquarius. Now, if we're born on the cusp with Aquarius, if we have Aquarius within our chart, be mindful of the way that comes out in our personalities. It can make us hypersensitive, sensitive. It can make us hyper aware of everybody else and trying to balance everything for everybody else. And this is a time where, especially in the public arena, we're attempting to purge away what we don't need to carry anymore. It's like, what enough is enough. And it brings us, with the star, it brings us to this place of balance. It brings us to this place of looking at wishes and not letting our wishes be corrupted by somebody else or by impatience, to be able to say, well, you could have it now. It's like, no, this is going to need to be built. This is going to need to be carefully, constructed and understood. And it brings us then to our subconscious rooted energy. And that is the star coming through positively. That's why the star was coming through here. It's like, okay, be mindful of this, but there was also, oh goodness, and of course you fall out right there. So Aquarius and Pisces right here. There's going to be a blessing of you. There's going to be this power and this success and the sense of, this is what I wish for, this is what I want, this is how I'm opening the doors. With the moon, there's very much a sense here of, I get to see myself. At my root is me. At my root is the very essence of myself, because we're represented by the moon in the major arcana, by the cups in the minor arcana. And so we are embracing the essence of ourselves to move ourselves forward. There's something that we wish for. There's something that we're balancing. There's something that we're gaining an understanding of that comes from divinity. It's not what we want. It's what we need. And that starts to let ourselves move forward from doubt and fear and chaos to a place of power and determination and focus. It brings us to our subconscious inner self, which is the 7 of Earth. Be patient. Be patient with what is developing. Be patient with the way that you're moving forward. Be patient with all that is coming to you and the way that you connect with the Earth. It's not going to open up all at once, but we can have profound moments where it's like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is what grounds me. This is what, centers me. This is what moves me forward. And then the 7 of Pentacles comes into play. And it's like, okay, hold up. All of a sudden those moments of absolute clarity come through. But then we have to be patient, because we are still moving forward, and we have to find a way to move forward and keep that balance, keep that understanding, and understand that divinity is going to be handing us gifts. Spirit is going to be handing us gifts. The universe is going to be handing us gifts in ways that it will take time for us to unravel, unpeel, and to fully understand. It brings us then to our subconscious emotional energy, which is the Knight of Wands. Fire, determination, focus. We are very passionate during this time, and we want to move forward, blazing our trail. But there is also going to be a need to think things through a little bit more than we maybe want to be able to say, is this where I need to be? Is this what I desire for myself? The Knight of Wands is saying, don't be too rash, and let your passion shine. Let it shine within you. You're going to surprise yourself here, Pisces, with the way your fire shines, and the way that it takes you, the way that it correlates with the triple aspect of self, of, community, of desires, and the way that we are able to open up the door, open up to what we want from the world and say, this is what I'm going for. It leads us to our subconscious public self, and that's the 5 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles here is a poverty mentality. It's the warmth that is needed, kept away. And so what we look at here is, how do I move forward to connect? How do I move forward to be safe and to be secure? And how do I see prosperity? Does it come from the downfall of another? Is it always going to be a vicious battle that has to be won? Or as I open my intuitive self, do I get to understand that I open myself to riches? And as I open myself to riches, I know that the prosperity comes in. And I look at the negative, relationship that I've had with money and wealth and success. And I'm done with it. Because now it is our time here, Pisces, to say I call forward the wealth. I see the poverty mentality, and I'm done with it. I'm done with it, and now I get to move forward in wealth and in success. All right, Pisces, there we go. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the prosperity, the bounty, and the freedom that is to come. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces.